Hi friends, I'm Tina. Welcome back to Whispering Cottage Home. Today, we're giving the mantel a cheerful summer refresh using 3 simple things that work beautifully together. Framed botanical prints, softly glowing brass lamps, and fresh garden branches. I'll show you how to arrange them, how to repeat colour without making the room feel busy, and how to create a full, collected look that still feels clean and orderly. These are practical home decor ideas you can use with flea market finds, family pieces, inexpensive prints, or treasures you may already have tucked away in a cupboard. Before we begin, I'd love to know, do you have an old picture, brass lamp, or garden vase that comes out every summer? The easiest place to begin is with the artwork because it gives the entire mantel a clear direction. For a traditional cottage-style mantel, try one larger framed botanical print in the centre, or arrange 2 or 3 smaller prints in a gentle grouping. Ferns, wildflowers, herbs, roses, and old garden illustrations all feel especially appropriate for summer. You do not need expensive antique artwork. Pages from a vintage garden book, reproduction botanical prints, pressed leaves, or even a pretty floral calendar can become affordable vintage home decor when placed in the right frame. Look for frames in warm walnut, painted cream, aged gold, or dark green. They do not need to match exactly, but they should feel related. For example, a walnut frame can sit beside a slender gold frame if both have a traditional shape and polished finish. To keep several prints from looking scattered, line up either their bottom edges or their center points. That one small interior design trick gives the arrangement order. You can hang the artwork, but leaning it against the wall is often easier. A slightly layered arrangement also gives the mantel depth. Place the largest piece toward the back and let one smaller frame overlap a lower corner by an inch or two. Once the artwork is in place, you have a visual anchor. Now the rest of the mantel can support it instead of competing with it. Next, bring in the brass lamps. Small traditional lamps can make a mantel feel more like part of a lived-in room and less like a display shelf. Look for polished brass, antique-style brass, or brass-finished lamps with simple candlestick bases, pleated cream shades, gathered floral shades, or small parchment shades work beautifully with vintage farmhouse and country cottage rooms. If your mantel has enough space, use a matching pair of lamps on both ends for a more formal, balanced look. If you prefer a room that feels gathered over time, use one brass lamp on one side and balance it with a taller vase or arrangement of branches on the other. Choose low, gentle lighting rather than a harsh white bulb. The goal is to add a soft evening glow that brings out the gold in the frames, the green in the botanicals, and the warm wood tones in the room. A useful styling rule is to vary the heights. The lamp should not end at exactly the same height as the artwork beside it. Let the artwork be tallest, the lamp sit at a middle height, and a smaller object fill the lower level. This creates a pleasant visual step from high to medium to low. Before buying anything new, look around your home. A lamp from a guest room, writing desk, or hallway table may become a completely new piece when moved to the mantel. Rearranging what you own is one of the simplest affordable home upgrades. Now we can add the element that makes the entire mantel feel like summer: fresh garden branches. You do not need a formal bouquet. A few leafy stems can be even more beautiful because they create height, movement, and a natural shape. Try branches of dogwood leaves, spirea, privet, flowering herbs, mock orange, apple leaves, or whatever is growing safely and abundantly in your garden. You can also use airy stems from the florist or realistic preserved branches if fresh greenery is not available. Place them in a clean vintage vessel with enough weight to hold the branches securely. A green glass jar, cream pottery vase, polished copper pitcher, white stoneware crock, or blue and white porcelain vase can all work. Before placing the branches in the vase, trim away the leaves that would sit below the waterline. Then turn the vase as you arrange, so the branches spread in more than one direction. A natural arrangement should have space between the stems rather than looking like one solid bundle. Let one or two branches reach toward the artwork. This visually connects the garden greenery to the botanical prints behind it. And here is a question for you, friends. What do you enjoy bringing indoors during summer garden branches, roses, herbs, or simple wildflowers? I always love hearing what is growing near your home. With the greenery in place, the mantel has life and movement. Now we can connect it to the colours and patterns in the rest of the room. A mantel looks most complete when it belongs to the room around it. Start by choosing one main colour from the botanical artwork. It might be leaf green, faded rose, soft blue, butter yellow, or creamy white. Repeat that colour 2 or 3 times nearby. For example, if the framed prints contain fresh garden green, you might repeat it in the branches, a small green book, and a floral cushion on a nearby chair. If the artwork has touches of blue, add a blue and white jar on the mantel and a folded blue throw across the arm of the sofa. This repetition helps the eye travel through the room. Patterns can also be mixed without becoming overwhelming. Let one pattern be the most noticeable, perhaps a floral chair or curtain, then support it with quieter patterns, such as a narrow stripe, a small gingham, or a simple check. The patterns do not need to match. They only need to share 1 or 2 colours. A floral cushion with green leaves can sit comfortably beside a cream and green stripe because the repeated green connects them. That is how a room can feel colourful and richly layered while still looking well kept. You can also use the brass from the mantel in 1 or 2 places elsewhere. A brass picture frame, cabinet knob, or small tray is enough. Repeating a finish creates unity without making the room look overly coordinated. The last step is editing. This is where a pretty collection becomes a finished arrangement. Add only a few smaller objects beneath the taller pieces. You might use 2 cloth-bound books, a small lidded box, a polished brass clock, a miniature landscape painting, or 1 piece of cream pottery. Choose objects that have a reason to be there. A gardening book can support a small frame. A family keepsake can sit beside the lamp. A little box might hold matches or a few handwritten notes. Group small pieces together instead of spreading them evenly across the entire mantel. 2 or 3 objects placed close together will read as one thoughtful arrangement. The open areas between groups give the eye a place to rest. Step back across the room and look at the mantel from your usual chair. If one side appears too heavy, move a small object rather than adding another large piece. You can also take a quick photograph with your phone. A picture often makes uneven spacing easier to notice. This collected, not cluttered approach is useful far beyond the mantel. The same principle works on a farmhouse table, china cabinet, entryway chest, or open shelf. Begin with one focal point, add supporting pieces in different heights, repeat colour, and leave a little breathing room. A summer mantel does not need to be elaborate. One meaningful picture, a glowing brass lamp, and a handful of branches from the garden can completely refresh the room. The framed botanicals bring colour and old-fashioned character. The brass adds polish and gentle light. The garden branches bring movement and remind us of what is blooming just outside the door. Most importantly, the mantel feels personal because it is made from things that look gathered, cared for, and loved. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Please give the video a like if these decorating ideas inspired you. Subscribe to Whispering Cottage Home for more vintage home decor and gentle homemaking inspiration. And tell me in the comments what you would place on your own summer mantel. Until next time, take good care of yourself and your home.